one of the things that he showed me was the lead sheets for his song Clementine, and some of them were so badly sketched in pencil they could not be Xeroxed. I had a friend come over and help me transcribe it. So how many of you know Tom Lehrer's work?
Well, you played it, I definitely.
And how many of you know the song Clementine? Uh-huh, okay. Well, this is one of his most famous songs because there's really 5 songs all in one. And I'm going to perform it for you, and I'll explain my role in it as I go along. Okay. So, this is Tom Lehrer saying, I should like to expound briefly now on a theory I've held for some time, to the effect that the reason that most folk songs are so atrocious is that they were written by the people. And German one will say that das Volkslied ist vom Volkslied gestorben werden. Geschrieben werden, yeah, whatever. Gewesen sein. And if only professional songwriters had written them instead, things might have turned out considerably differently. So consider the example, the old favorite Clementine, you know, in a cavern, in a canyon, da, 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 da. A song with no recognizable merit whatsoever. And imagine if Cole Porter had written the first verse. It'd come out something like this. In a cavern, in a canyon, excavating for a mine, far away from the boom, boom, boom of the city. She was so pretty, what a pity, Clementine. Oh, Clementine, can't you tell from the howls of me, this love of mine goes to you from the bowels of me. Are you discerning the returning of this churning, burning, yearning for you? Now, I suppose at that point that one of that Mozart, or one of that crowd of Rossini old, had tried writing verse. The next one might have come out as a baritone aria from an Italian opera, somewhere along these lines. Era leggera e come un ferry, e sui shoes numero 9, herring boxes, senza topses, sandale, e Clementina sì, per Clementina sì. Per Clementina, sandale, per Clementina, sandale, per Clementine, Clementine, a Clementine, a Clementine. Herring boxes, senza topses, sandale, per Clementina, herring boxes, senza topses, sandale, per Clementina, che sciagura Clementina, che sciagura Clementina, cara Clementina, na 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 na. Now, supposing at this dramatic juncture in the narrative that one of our modern, or not so modern anymore, cool school of composers had tried writing verse, next one might come out something like this. And drove those ducklings to the water, yip rack, every morning like 9 a.m. Got a hung up on a splinter, got a hung up on a splinter, cook 'em up. Down to the foamy brine, dig that crazy Clementine. Now, how many of you know the original song Clementine? Okay. You do. Well, you know that the next verse is ruby lips above the water, blowing bubbles. Well, Tom Lehrer never recorded that verse, but he showed me something that I don't think he ever showed anybody else. I don't know anyone who ever saw it, which was a 4th verse that was a parody of Giancarlo Monotony. It was about rubies and gold. Oh, what I could do with that gold, and it was very esoteric. You really have to know Amal and the Night Visitors and the consul papers, and so he never. I think he might have performed it once, but it didn't go over well. He did not record it. He would not let it out of his house. I just remembered it, but I didn't remember it well enough to sing it. However, in 1985, I was in Berlin and had organized the Jüdische Musiktheaterverein Berlin after conducting Fiddler on the Roof, and I met with Nelson Letsky, who was the American ambassador to Berlin. He was Jewish. I met him at a Yom Kippur service, And he invited me to his house to give a concert. So we gave a concert, and I decided to do this song. And I decided on the spot to fill in the missing verse with what I call a Clementine Kaddish. Ruby lips above the water, blowing bubbles till there's no more sign of a awning. But alas, I am no swimmer, so I lost my Clementine out of sight, but not of mind. Left me in a sort of bind. Oh God, if only you taught me how to swim. When she fell in, that would have been divine. Yeah, but why she's gone away. Sei gesund, mein Clementine. Oh, man. Goodbye, Clementine, you'll be missed. And now let the choir be dismissed. To which we must say, oh, man. And Happy New Year. And to end on a happy note, one can always count on Gilbert and Sullivan for a rousing finale full of words and music and signify nothing. Then I missed her depressed, a young sister named Esther. This Mr. to pest her, she tried. Now a pestering sister's a festering blister. You'd best her insisted, say hi. The mister resisted, the sister persisted. I kissed her, all loyalty slipped. When she said I could have her sister's cadaver must surely have turned in its grip. Yes, 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 yes. But I love she and she loves me. Enraptured are the both of we. Yes, I love she and she loves I. And we'll through all eternity tie. See what I mean? So that's Clementine.